here's the plan. We're gonna go to a kind of a crappy grocery store, and I'm gonna point out all the foods that I think would make a good alternative to eat on the bike during long rides. Shall we? Let's do it. Wait, I need this. Boy, you guys sure do like stickers. All right, of course, one of my favorite things are tortillas. So wrapping any kind of leftovers, beans, rice, cheese, all kinds of goodies in a tortilla. So tortillas, these are a good match. You go big, you go small, any of these. Okay, I'm a big fan of kombucha after the ride. It's, you know, it's like a beer substitute, but it's better for you, supposedly. I'm a fan of any chocolate milk protein sort of thing, especially if the first ingredient is coconut milk. This is a keeper. This is after ride, not during. But is this really a thing? What the hell? We're juicing avocados now? What's going on? Actually, English muffins, smart move. Good size for little sandwiches. Dark chocolate salted caramel popcorn. This is a risky one in the summer, but in the fall, you're stoked. Carrot cake caramel, yuck. Of course, things like fig bars and such, those work. They're not my favorite. They're kind of gross. I'd almost just rather just go for cookies than the fake cookies, personally. This is a funny thing about produce in America. We are allowed to touch them here in our country because we're disgusting savages. In Europe, you have to put a plastic bag over your hand to handle the fruit. Here, no fucks given. Oh yes, these guys. Ron is a big fan of these guys. They're super portable, delicious little cheese nubs. These are a good call. Again, warning if you're in a really hot climate. Salted and roasted cashews, personal favorite for everyday snack and on the bike. You fill up those old plastic bags with some dates and salted cashews. You're good for miles and miles and miles. I mean, who can ever forget the sweet potato? One of the easiest, fastest foods. Just cook it at 375 for 45 minutes, and you've got yourself one power log of miles and kilometers and hours of riding. Strawberries, I wouldn't buy them to bring them on a ride, but if you can find them on a ride, and often, you know, we're riding out in farmlands and such, they are the perfect mid-ride boost. I'm telling you, they're so good. Never, ever buy these for a ride. Anything that you need two hands to open is horrible on a ride. But after a ride, these are one of the most suggested things you could imagine. So it's a give and take. All the like power snack, paleo bar, those all work. They're never a first choice, but they're good. They're so convenient, it's hard to say no. What the hell are Scandinavian fiber sprinkles? I can't even pick the bag up. Nuts, all forms of nuts are approved, super approved. And then if you can mix those nuts with things like chocolate crunchies, whatever the hell these are. Oh, how gross does this sound? Freeze-dried mango and dark chocolate? That sounds disgusting, but it would work. And raisins, those also work. And dates, big fan of the dates. And actually figs too. These are also highly portable. Good move. Those mix well with those salted cashews from earlier. While I am not a meat eater, I've always thought that beef jerky or whatever jerky would be a smart move. Although Ron has told me in the past that salami and jerky will actually slow him down or make him feel tired because it takes so long to process. And real quick, I want to point out these Think turkey sticks. There is no image of a turkey or the sticks. It's just garlic and peppercorn. I don't even know what the hell's in this. Is this just seasoning to make them? How confusing. Again, the bars, they're so simple, they're so easy. They're always good to have as a backup too. But cookies, now we're talking. They're fragile, but they're worth it. Actually, these little mini oranges, these are great. They're like a nice little sugar bump in the middle of a ride. They're packaged, and then the packaging is compostable. So these work. They're a little bumpy in the jersey though, but they don't last the whole ride if you eat it. Avocados. Massive fan, superfood, good fats. These are going to pair real well with those English muffins we saw earlier. That's a make it at home kind of a thing. Don't forget sandwiches. Easy to make, they're very packable, nutrition dense, all the good stuff. But not these avocados, these look kind of gross. Tomatoes, be careful with these. They'll soak up into your bread. They don't travel super well. Maybe skip it. It wouldn't be my first choice, but why not? It doesn't really feel like it's much bang for the buck, though. Lots of people like jelly beans on rides. Not my favorite, but highly packable, sugar dense. So yeah, these are in there, if that's your style. Hell, Jelly Belly even sponsors a whole cycling team. I mean, if you're into jelly beans, you're into these. Pretty much anything and everything in the candy aisle works. It's just about packability. Like these Swiss rolls, I wouldn't suggest it. And of course, nut butters. These also work really good with the English muffins we saw earlier. Super fast. You want to do peanut butter and jelly, you want to do peanut butter and honey. So many options. Once on a bicycle trip through Greece, I ate my life's fill of Nutella, and to this day I cannot stand it. But you probably can stand it, and it's a delicious slather on any kind of substance. Gross brand, but those would work. So you guys ask, why do we eat olives all the time? It's mostly for the salt. I don't think there's much nutrition-wise, but the sodium is worth it. And sometimes people bring pickles. Ron likes bringing pickles. I'm not opposed to it. Little tricky to store, but it'll work. They also work very well in sandwiches. This would definitely work. Lentils, pumpkin seeds, sunflower kernels, and chickpeas. Sounds really good. Here's a pro tip. These are basically what the bulk bins are, Whole Foods, a lot of natural food stores. They're just these power blocks. They taste very okay, but they're nutrition dense. I bet they're a little bit more affordable if they're bulk. This category is in the after ride department. These seem like a keeper, but upon further inspection, lifting them up, these feel like artificial food. Chocolate bars, I'm a big fan of them. They're questionable because they will melt if they're against, but in a fanny pack, they're not the worst choice. Oh my God, look at the size of this thing. It's like a board game of chocolate. On the fence on this one, a nostalgic favorite. I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. They're going to take up a decent amount of space, and they're not necessarily going to fill you up that much. I dare you. I dare myself. Yikes, but that would work. But I think they're filled with high fructose corn syrup, so yikes. And of course, the fan favorite after ride prize, fermented wheat juice. I don't know what these are. I'm a little freaked out by it, but those might be good for you. Hell, they're only $1 and they used to be $8. Maybe that means they're bad. Actually, as nasty as these are, I think these are not the worst idea. The best time to eat them would be on a ride. Packable and full of calories, even if they're empty. Well, there you go, huh? I hope that might have helped give you some clearer idea of what to get at the grocery store, or some new ideas of things to get next time you're at the grocery store. And one thing I totally blanked out on, eggs. Hard-boiled eggs, fantastic. They travel well, they fill you up, tons of protein. Hard-boiled eggs. I'm just saying. For those looking to meal plan during a ride, here's my rough structure for what I'll do. I'll make a wrap or a sandwich, and that's my main meal. And then I'll supplement that with, say, a bag of mixed nuts, some cookies, a little bit of savory, a little bit of sweet. And then that's pretty much the bulk of the diet for any and all rides that I do. And generally, it's always a good idea to bring just a little bit more food than you think you need, because if you run out, it can be a big... And you don't want to be that person on the ride asking your buddies for some food. Those are grounds for dismissal. Oh, I bought the avocado milk. I couldn't help it. Should we see? Let's just... Oh God, it's double sealed. No, it's not good. It's not good at all. Honestly, it tastes like cardboard. Actually, cardboard. Yeah. Nope, that's gross. Yep. Yeah. Hey, I hope that helped. Thanks for hanging out and coming along. If there's anything you liked here, go ahead, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, now might be the time. And heck, you might as well check out all the stickers. Did you see how many stickers I sent you guys? You guys love stickers. This is Dustin Klein making lunch. Signing off, making lunch. This is Dustin Klein about to make some snacks. Lunch. Okay, I'm just gonna stand up and walk out of the frame.